Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. It's Alex here. You're seeing a bit of a different setup. I have an empty chair next to me, which soon is going to be filled up by a Maltese real estate agent who specialized in selling properties in Malta. As you can see from the thumbnail and the title of this video, today we are going to talk about buying a property in Malta if you're coming from an EU country or a non-EU country. Guys, on my huge pleasure, in today's video, I'm going to have Kyle Bonici from ERA Malta, who's going to answer the most frequently asked questions when it comes to buying property in Malta. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Bonici. Kyle, thank you so much for being in my video today.
Thank you for having me, Alex.
Thank you for being here. I have 7 questions for you that I prepared because these are kind of like the most frequently asked. I'm pretty sure that you as a real estate agent, you're getting even more questions when you're meeting your clients. But I would like to focus this video on buying property for people who are in Malta and also people who are coming over to Malta. So my very first question for you is going to be, tell me the requirements that people need to go through when it comes to buying a property in Malta if they are from the EU country and they're not living in Malta. And also for those that are living in Malta.
Of course. So, EU citizens may buy one property here in Malta.
Okay.
And for their second property, they have 3 options. They either need to reside in Malta for a period of 5 years.
Okay.
Or they buy their second property in a special designated area.
Okay.
Or they are buying their second property for a sale of business or any supplying of services.
So this was about the EU nationals. What about people coming from non-European Union countries? What are those requirements?
So non-EU citizens are not able to buy a property in Malta unless they have a permit to do so, or they buy in a special designated area.
Okay. When we are talking about special designated area, what does that mean?
So special designated areas are areas. It is really a status given to the developments of apartments and penthouses here in Malta, where non-EU and EU citizens and also Maltese citizens are able to buy in that area of property with the same acquisition rights as Maltese citizens.
Okay, do you know any of them that we can name in this video?
Yes, in Malta there are multiple. There are both in the north of Malta and there are both in the south. There are, for example, Tinia Point, the shoreline.
My next question, I know it's a little bit tricky because we all have different type of views, likes and dislikes, of course, but according to you, which are the top 3 locations that one should consider buying a property in Malta and why?
It all depends on what the type of person is looking for. Either what people you want to interact with or what kind of lifestyle you want to live in. A lot of foreigners usually tend to go for bayside towns such as Marsa Scala and Slema because there are more bars, restaurants, and it is more catered to tourists.
Okay.
But a bit of higher-end clients, they usually go for Madlena, and it is usually their go-to place to buy property. But obviously here in Malta, every town and village has its true potential.
Yes, when we mention Madliena, that's one of the top 3 most expensive areas to buy a property in Malta, I believe.
Exactly, Madlena, Gargur, they're in the northern area of Malta. Usually they tend to go up in price, yes.
Okay. Now my next question that I have for you, Kyle, of course it's according to the year when we are doing this. It's 2023, the beginning, it's March. So there are government schemes for first-time buyers that people can benefit from. What do we have present at the moment? What are the benefits?
So currently, first-time buyers can benefit from a 10,000 euro subsidy spread over 10 years, which accounts to 1,000 euros per year. And if the first-time buyers are buying their property for their primary residence, they do not get to pay any stamp duty up to 200,000.
Okay.
And anything above that would be at 5%.
Okay, excellent. There is something very interesting that many people are doing, which is they're buying properties in Malta and they're seeing them as a rental investment, which means that people are buying them and then they're placing them for rent. Is there anything in particular that we need to know about this step, or is there anything that people need to focus on, whether it's some kind of, I don't know, government approvals or housing authorities approval, that once you buy your first property, you can place it to rent?
So in reality, all you need is first of all to purchase a property which is a good investment to rent. So you need to get a proper agent in order to guide you where is best to rent and what bargains there are at the moment. And then all you need to do after buying the property is get a permit from the Malta Tourism Authority.
Okay.
That's all you need in order to rent a property which you have already bought.
Excellent. I have another question, but I want this to be just briefly mentioned because it deserves to be a whole dedicated video. This is the Citizenship by Investment program, meaning that people can get and obtain the Maltese citizenship if they buy a property in Malta. Let's just briefly talk about this, and in future, if you guys are interested to see a whole dedicated video about it, let me know in the comment section below, and we're gonna have Kyle one more time again.
So Alex, the Citizenship by Investment program, as you already said, it is a pretty complex subject.
Yes.
Now, in order just to explain it briefly, you need three investments. People who are looking to come to Malta and buy their citizenship, obviously, and all the perks that come with getting an EU citizenship, such as a favorable tax system, a stable economy, and obviously living in Malta, they will be able to do three investments. The first investment would be a direct investment into Malta's government, which is usually, depending on the residency period, either 12 to 36 months. It starts from 600,000 to 750,000. That would be the first investment. The second investment would be a direct investment into Malta's real estate market, which would be you need to either do a lease for a property which is minimum of 16,000 euros per year, or you would need to purchase a property of 700,000 or more. Yes, and the third investment, which would be the last, would be the investment that you need to do a donation into a non-governmental organization here in Malta. Yes, it would be, so when it deducts to three, you would need a direct investment into Malta, a direct investment into Malta's real estate market, and a donation into an NGO, which needs to be approved by the Malta Community Agency.
Now everything that you mentioned, including these prices, we are talking about a package that is 1 million plus. So this is all present in 2023 when we are doing this video. Of course, certain things they might change by the government. So when we decide to do a video dedicated about this topic, we'll see what it is on at the moment. And of course, guys, I don't want you to listen to this video in 2025 and things are being changed. Do your research just in case. Now, Kyle, considering you are a real estate agent, I have my last question for you, which also was concerning me before I was buying my property in Malta. And I know that it's kind of like the most interesting question at the moment, but what is the benefit of buying a property through a real estate agency with a real estate agent? What do we benefit?
Of course, so when it comes to purchasing a property with a real estate agent, you will be dealing with professionals who know the ins and outs of the segment or field that they have worked in. They know the property taxes in the area, if it's UCA or not, and they know people whom to talk to when buying in that area, such as notaries, developers and architects, and much, much more. And also, when you have a proper agent, he is there to give you an efficient service. So he is there to pave your whole way from start to the end of the deal. Exactly. And since obviously the buyer would not have done a period of years working in real estate, then in this case the buyer would not have done a lot of promise of sales. And there are a lot of things to look out for to get the best value of the property that you will be purchasing. And a proper agent is there to safeguard the whole process and not make any mistakes from the promise of sale to the final deed. And also, an agent does not have any emotional attachment to the deal. So he still can get the best value for the property that you will be purchasing.
Excellent. Wow, that was very good. Now you mentioned something and it clicked in my mind. This means, for example, if I have a non-European Union citizen or an EU citizen who wants to move to Malta and buy a property, of course, he doesn't have a clue about notaries, about lawyers here in Malta. Real estate agent can source out notaries, lawyers or anything related to help the potential buyer, right?
Yes, exactly. That's a big part of what real estate agencies do, is take care also of foreigners and make sure to provide them with the proper contacts and the proper details what they need to do in order to buy or even sell their property, which most of them would have invested in the past.
Bravo, well done. Kyle, thank you so much for being in my YouTube channel for this video. You cleared up quite a lot of thoughts that I had personally myself, and also from what I've been seeing on the comment section. So I appreciate your time, and everything that you said was spot on. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Alex.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you cleared up some questions that you had when it comes to buying a property in Malta. Kyle is a dear friend of mine that if you guys want to get further information or something that we didn't mention in this video, Kyle has his own YouTube channel as well, which is going to be linked down in the description of this video. You have your email address, you have your Instagram profile, right? I'll put everything here so that people can reach out to you and they can get further information if anyone is interested to buy a property in Malta. And at the same time, guys, if there is any other video related to buying properties or selling properties, anything related to real estate in Malta, let me know in the comment section below so that we can see Kyle one more time on this channel. And until I see you in my next one, bye.